I have my beautiful cousin Tonya here with me. And she shared the Woody story in the book. And I really was, one, humbled, and two, intrigued by how she was sharing that she held emotional space for her and Woody. And I don't necessarily have that same experience. So that's why um, I flew 1,500 miles to have Tonya share with you. And so, Tonya, if you would share with me and with our well, beautiful audience, kind of that concept of holding space and what does that mean, holding love in your heart. That would be super helpful, I think, to everybody.
Yeah. So what I did, this whole thing that just kind of happened in the vet's office just helped me through all my other animals, and I think it's a really good thing. It works for me. Yeah. So when I first came into the vet's office, he made sure I was comfortable and holding Woody. I was very nervous, as I said in the story. But I said, I wanted Woody to have love and comfort. And I brought the emotion of love, what that actually feels like, into my heart space, and just surrounding myself with that energy. And I was able to sit there, and yes, sadness and grief was just back here, and I held him, and it would seep back in. The sadness would seep back in, and I just, okay, there it is, but I'd still bring the love back in, and just to make sure he was comfortable, and I'm petting him and talking to him, and I knew he was ready, and it was that back and forth. So holding that space for him, I felt was important. That bringing the love in, bringing in thoughts, feelings, bringing in things that we did together, and silly antics, and just tried to keep all the positive things in line to help me stay in that space. And again, that, like I said, sadness when the vet walked into the door, it comes back, the anxiety and the sadness comes in again, but then I took a few minutes, and not even that, actually, like 30 seconds, and made sure I was set back in that emotional state I wanted to be in. So it's just bringing yourself into that emotional state of love, or any kind of connection, or anything you can muster at that moment,
Sure,
because it's sad. It's really, really, really sad. And I'm talking about it now with a smile on my face, but it wasn't so easy at that point, for sure. So, but after that happened and I sat with him that way, it really was a very peaceful and beautiful process. And, of course like I said, you cry on the way home, and you lose it on the way home. But it just helped, made the whole thing easier. There was no, did I do the right thing? There was no guilt, there was none of that. It was just, of course I missed him terribly, but it was just very easy for me to get over the passing. The grief went a lot faster for me.
Sure.
And then I can look back at it as, that was great in a way. It was beautiful in a way, and I can hold that, and instead of just like, oh, how awful that was. I mean, of course it was, but overall, it's.
Sure.
I can talk about it with joy in my heart, because that's what we ended
awesome.
with,
Yeah,
so.
beautiful.
I thought it really was.
And I appreciate you sharing all of this with me and with anyone who's watching this video who loves an animal, because I know you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't love an animal. There'd be no reason. So, things to think about to help you as you navigate life with animals. And really the same corresponds to people. It's all about our heart, and you know, there's more and more heart growing in the world, I believe, right now, but we're still short of heart-centered thinking. So, food for thought for you guys. Bye for now, and we'll see you in the next video.